Okie dokie. Welcome, everyone. Let us see who appears, if anyone does. So, today we have made a plan. Well, let's go back. Oh, greetings, Nubaki. Nice to see you. We have made a plan before leaving for a vacation that took like a month. So there are two little problems. I have not had time to really touch this project in that month, so I have probably forgotten more than I have learned. But we have made a little plan that we need to adhere to, let's say. So there is the spawn, go to inn, pick quest, go to a dungeon, therefore switch to instance, kill everything that's there, die, respawn, find a chest, open it, get things from it. Greetings, Luna. Nice to see you. Ah. So, I don't know how to cure that, and open beta... When this whole list is functional, I will try to figure out how to... I might do like a stream playtest. Because I'll probably get like a hosting or something, or find out how to port forward, and I'll make a server and let people from the stream kind of join in. That I think would be a very nice thing to do when this list is completed. So, there are a lot of things about these notes, like, it's 12 steps, but in reality it is like 100. For example, go to the inn. We will need to take the building UI that exists, which currently just levels you up, and change that so that there are NPCs within the buildings that you can then interact with. And they need to have their own logic. And the building is basically just a container for them. That will be different from a shop, because shop will have its own functionality. Actually, an inn has also a different functionality than those, so let's just take a look at what we have and where we want to go. I'm going to... What am I going to get? No? Where was it here? Customers for instances, yeah. 2 of them? Sure. So now you walk to the house, you click, and you get the building UI, which still takes the input in, so that needs to be changed. It allows you to level up, and it allows you to exit. It's not much. Oh, I didn't transfer the build from my notebook. I was doing some really cool things with importing buildings that Kyla made. But we should be able to do that still. At least get some background there. Give me a sec. It will be a moment. Let's find it. Let's find a tent. What was it? Objects? Yeah, let's put in objects. I think. Let's do that. And this. So it will import sure. Items, this the art, I don't want that, no. Objects, here. I see, it can do it all. Okay. So, we all have some buildings and tents and all that. Let's try to add them. We need to be here. Hopefully that will add it under it. Up. I see. It is a little far away. Interesting. Let's put it here. Let's do the 2D. Aha. I see. So importing it directly from Blender is not great because it has a light and camera built in. Can I actually? Okay. Do I need to open a Blender and fix that there? Okay. Come on. Come on. It worked much better when it was like an object and the material file. Oh boy. But we will figure it out. I should be able to fire up a blender. I still have an old version, ancient one. I think it's like 4 something right now, no? So what do I have here? No. Where do I have it? Right. And all we need to do, I think, is to take these two, delete them, and then save. Huh? See? Beautiful. Works as intended. Very simple fix. No blender. I'm not the blender man. My creative skills are... what are you going to blend for? A smoothie? So... and it should be in the static objects, so that it then, when we do navigation, and bake it. Also, what I noticed is that baking navigation we can do a little better, because currently this is sampling from meshes. Object list, the 2 last ones are hidden. It's not tools. It's okay. It's okay. Nice. Right, you did the bed. The bed was cool. So it parses both like static colliders and mesh instances. That's why the roof is like this. And it does detect as a collision for the navigation, because it is reading the mesh itself. We should probably give this a collider and make this into a static object. So, or at least part of it. So what we'll do is static body. We'll put it like that. So this will be a house. Learning wall. I mean, Kella has experience with those kinds of things. No, you don't? Like 3D things, engineering stuff. And we will do collision shape 3D. We'll put a box there. And we should probably return to rotation to delete. That is a really nice insight. I mean, use what works, right? Okay, okay. That should be good. That should be good. Has some basic collision. We can do that. And then we do the navigation. And we do the navigation and change the geometry parsed to static colliders. That simplifies things a little bit. Though maybe in the end I will be using the mesh just to be sure that, you know, when I add rocks and all that, it actually... that might bite me in the ass. Let's do it like this for now. So that will be it, and we can actually save this as a scene. Scene building houses. There we go. And we can also just dip it. Dip it. Wrong one. We can rebake. And let's do the tens. They also have light on that. We will remove that. Save it. And do the same for this one. And save. It's getting good. It's getting good. I know nothing about 0-4 coming at any point in time. And if I knew, I wouldn't be telling you. So they're imported, and we should be able to also do a little... Look, Luna, I can't leak things, you know? We are friends. Okay. Okay, and this one will need the same treatment. So static body, just do that, and then give it collision shape. Don't worry, that sense wasn't assumed. And this will be a tent. Nice. And we can also save it. And does a tent count as a building? Or a house? How is this house then as a tent? So it is a temporary building. Okay, let's do it. Then I mean, yes. Yeah, but let's put it into houses. Simple. And it can be like. Let's duplicate it around. Okay, R4. Have a really nice journey. I'll be still here in 2 hours. Hey there, Henex. Nice to see you. Okay, let's add the last one. Yes, it's that. So, bloop. I think I might put the cylinder on this one. So the symbol. Let's make it static body. Let's put the model in there, and then give it a collision. Our collision will be cylinder, and I think it's like that. Yes, yes. Roughly. Bloop. That seems fitting. And it's yeah, I think that some people are forgetting the basic gaming differences, or actually some games just don't have them. They call them all different kinds of things. A consumable? In which RPG is a tent consumable? And tent. And save branch as seen. Let's go. Let's load it like that. Am I blind? Where's the exit and entrance? Oh, here. So that's nice. And now we save, of course. Also, I wanted to do one thing. Where are you? My footsteps. I want to do this. I think the volume doesn't work on this guy. Other square titles. Oh, that makes sense. Here you can see the houses in all glory. And the tents. I think if I put collision on the poles, it will be a little janky, but also you can go through them. I'll figure it out if they need it or not. And of course then here. Very good, very good. Very pretty. See you around. Have a nice time. Close this. And also I should probably do a baking of this. I don't think I'll be here in 5 hours. I'll be probably ending around this same, like, 3-4 hours. 3.5 hours probably. So a 4-hour stream most likely. Subathon? I don't have subbed at all, right? I would need first to be a partner or associate or however it's called. Affiliate, right. Okay, okay. So our building is currently like this. Not great. Follower-thon. I think I actually just need to stream more. Let me check. Yeah, I just need to stream more. I have enough followers and I am streaming enough hours. I mean, you can do it. Right, yeah. That one, that's a tough one. Ooh. How do I do this? What is the logic that currently exists there? So it's probably action. Yeah. So it sends to interaction manager. Sure. And if it's a building interaction, it will open building menu on a building interaction. So where do I have a building interaction? Ah. Okay, cool. It goes into the UI manager. Why? Oh yeah, I'll need to... Oh boy. Fuck. This part of the code is what's going to bite me down the line when I'm doing this switch of instances. The thing is, this is used in more places than this. So it will be a big refactor when we get there. I will pull up my notes. Where is it? So one of the things that I can do that will solve this is No, it will not solve it. Crap. Crap. I will ban you. So, yeah, that's basically. I will need to put somewhere where the players are. So then these kind of requests to find the player can figure out where the node actually is in the hierarchy. I think I'll do it by adding into this multiplayer somewhere, like a player manager or something that will contain the IDs of all logged players and their status. So then I can be like, hey, I'm looking for a player ID of this, and it goes, oh, you can find them here. Oh, hello there. How should I call it? Jamus? Jamsus? Yamsus? I figured out I didn't ask about the name. Jam. I think that'll be for the best. It's nice to see you here. Welcome, welcome. So yeah, I'll be fixing that when we get to the switching of instances, which I have a feeling will break most of the things I have. That'll be fun. But yes, back to the building. So for some ungodly reason, I go from action to interaction to UI. I mean, it's fair. On building pressed. Sources, yeah. Mana visit court. I'm relearning what I've done there. Oh, it just unlocks your cursor. But we need to do more than that. I think I have. I thought I have somewhere that can let the player know that they are locked. already maxed out. No, 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 no. Reacting, no. Is cursor locked? That was one of the things. Actually, do I move? Okay, so right, yeah, I left it open. Crap. If I open my inventory, I don't move, even though I move around here. But if I do the building, I do move around. So now I need to figure out where I'm opening the inventory. No, it's player input. Let's see what I'm looking at now. Inventory open. Ah, no, 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 no. Don't tell me I do it like that. Oh, thank fuck. Sorry. Yorkshire pudding. What's that? I'm very familiar with the name. I've 100% heard it, but I can't. It's the baked one. Oh yeah. I think, like, what I remember, you blend the. Oh, that's cool. You blend the batter and then you really ripping hot preheat the tin with oil, I think, or like lard, and then pour the batter in and shove it in. Oh yeah. What I can say, just good luck. I would not trust myself to be able to do them. Where was it? The inventory. Here. If inventory is visible. Inventory open. But the inventory points to the UI part, right? And that is here. Cool. just sets true and false. Great. First try. Yeah. You'll be able to do it, I'm sure. What did I do different? This is the worst part of any programming, finding out what you have done, either if you are finding a bug or if you are trying to find out what your past self was up to. And right now, I am just lost. I think I will not be sticking here for too long. Yeah, why does this work? This is exactly that, the second option. Why? And I'm pretty sure I've done it on purpose. Wait, I think I'm starting to remember. Here we go. Right. This is it. This is it. This is why it works, because the ability to be turned. Good luck, Jim. If you come back, do tell us how it went. I'll wish you the best of luck. So, okay. This is what tells the script if it should be turning still or if it just should stand still. And we need to get this to wherever we open the building menu, which is here. And we need to source.scr. Oh, it doesn't know it. But the source should be player, I think. I think it should work. Hopefully. Of course, it will not work from here. Oh. A scarce log will be on a piece of cards by the player. So it doesn't know about it. Because it's not public. Ah, I know why. I know why. Because it's not there, it's in the input. So it is dot input dot. I think this should be it. And we should also do it like that. So it actually opens when it should open. Okay. Nope. Lotsect. What the f— Oh no. Yeah, I know. Wow. I don't think I have been ever so wrong in my life when it comes to spelling. That didn't work. Because it needs to be reversed, right? It needs to be reversed. It needs to be like this. Yes. Yes. Perfect. And we do exit. Hey. Why? Why did you stop working? What's this? There's literally nothing that has changed aside of me locking and unlocking. What? I thought I'll be lost, but I didn't think it would be this bad. Huh? Excuse-moi, what the fuck? Okay, this is good. Does it like click on the door again? Shouldn't do that. But it looks like it does. let's try something stupid. Where was it? Nope. Now it doesn't even flicker. Crap. What is going on here? It shows it, but it doesn't hide it. I mean, it could be a synchronization thing. So if I do exit building, and I put this in here, and then I do call deferred like this. Nope. Huh. So do just to be sure. Just to be sure. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Should I just... Yeah, it seems to be the case that it sends the... It shifts the position back into the locked position and sends a recast. So maybe... No, that doesn't make sense. Because you want to have unlocked cursor and still shooting. Then we should probably add this. Where is in menu? Oh. So now instead of is cursor locked, we'll do is in menu, and then we can, yeah, it'll make more sense. Where is it? So is cursor locked? True. Let's do is menu as true, and as false. Will be a little different because it locks cursor, but it will not stop you from shooting this world raycast. But if we are in the menu, it will stop it. So true. Source. Okay. If this doesn't work, then I might just need to rewrite this a little bit from scratch. And this, where is it? Section invoked. And I think it'll be like whole of this. F is in menu is like that. It's working, this is okay. It's also okay. Go here, nope. Because by the time they are because they're out of the menu and then the recast get called. And then locks you back into the building. Crap. This is such a nasty problem. What happens is I press the button, I hide the menu, I tell it, okay, you're no longer in the menu, and then it goes on to resolve this. Now what to do with it? I could move the opening of the no, not really, because I want to have some like exit button from there. Wow. Okay. So this doesn't work. It needs to know like the whole raycast. I think it's also because, and this will, I'll need to check this. I think that Godot will be going through the nodes from top to bottom, and the resolving of the UI manager comes before it reaches the level and the players. So therefore, first it will get this. It will throw you. It will change the state, and then it will go down to start resolving the player. And when it starts resolving the player, it's already out of the menu. I think that makes sense. If it calls a function on the player, it will also be resolved before the player script goes, right? Hmm. This is not the most exciting because I don't know, I'm trying to crack the code open, and there's a lot of thonking involved, unfortunately. So maybe going, I might just need to open it from the player, but that will fix the button problem because the button just lives further up. The problem is I can't even check. Sorry. I can't even go check if the menu is still open because by the time when you press the button, you close it. And this does. Even if it's deferred. Because it works like you press the left click. It sets up a bool, and I think it only gets resolved the next frame. Shit. Did I just screw myself over? Okay. There is a solution. There is a solution. Where on press of the exit, you take the player and place them in front of the building as if they stepped out. It will not put them in the loop, but if there is something interactable on the other side, in reach, like, I don't know, a passing NPC or whatever, it will still click on them. Oh, I'm just having so many crazy ideas, like putting a timer that is like a millisecond that goes, hey, this guy just stepped outside of the building or just left the menu. Please just don't allow them to do anything. That actually might be a solution. Like, actually, just a tenth of a second delay. A tenth of a second to hold this true. Yeah, okay, let's try it. Let's put a little delay there. And let's do it. Menu transition dimmer. And so, do I have, yeah, the source. So we'll do, if it times out, it goes into the player input. Timeout. You do is in menu false, so no longer in the menu. And wait time 0.1 seconds, maybe even lower. And then from here, instead of saying it's false, we do source dot fuck. We need to link it here somehow. Okay, on ready our and it is a timer. Let's do it explicitly. And now we can do source dot menu timer start. I think that could work. Do I need a longer timer? Like 0.3 seconds. No, something's wrong. I could also try this. Why is it working the first time? Oh, this will drive me insane. What is going on here? Why does it work on the first one, but not the second one? Oh my god. I was sure I'll get stuck somewhere. I wasn't sure that I'll be stuck on the very start of like, open the menu of the building. God. I'm going to do something really, really nasty. No, it's not here. It's not in the player. I need it here in player input. I'll put it in the process because I want to know what's going on. So we do is menu. We'll spam ourselves a little bit. It's not in the menu. Click. It's in the menu. Exit. It's not in the menu. Click again. It says false. on the second one. So that's an issue. So let's keep it on, because let's keep it there. Let's return this here and delete this. So this is correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is wrong. This is not great. It doesn't. Okay, let's not use the timer. And let's watch what happens. So we're going back to the square one. It's not in the menu. It's in the menu. It's not in the menu. It's not in the menu. Excuse-moi. There was one change. One change. Here. I think this is what fixed it. Sure. I'll take it. I'll take the W. For once. Now. This works. This works. Nice. It took us only about an hour and something to fix up opening the menu of the building. That's kind of sad. Okie dokie. Now the rest of it. So we want, and now things get complicated, because since we are kind of using the template of Might and Magic, when you come into a house that's not a shop, and that's, I think it's just shops that are different, but even they have an NPC outright. So a building is a container for NPCs and their functions. So let's... what kind of background I'm using? All right, basically none. Let's do... okay, sure. Let's put some background. No, it wants texture. But I had the texture, right? Is it one of those ancient? Yes. Textures generic. With no. Oh. Dialing is right. So that's kind of the background. My UI will be so horrible. Oh boy. I think if I ever get through the loop, making the UI not to be the biggest piece of crap you have ever seen in your lives will be the monumental task. So then it should have like a... it needs to have... it needs to have 3 main parts. The view, that'll be like what's inside the house, the NPCs, their options, and the display of the options that you click. It also feels like it'll be a little more dynamic than the others. All of it will become dynamic, fuck. Yeah. I don't want to turn it into Morrowind, where the NPCs have like 25 different things to tell to you. Oh boy. Today's stream is going to be a lot of thinking. Like, a lot of. Because in order to make an inn, I need to make NPCs, and I mean to make NPCs that can have functions that do stuff. So if we go, where do I want to go? To notes. Nope. To the loop. So go to the inn. That's sort of what we have. Like, you can go into the inn, but there's nothing, no one. And pick up a quest is the second one thing that we need to do. So already we need to make an NPC. We need to make an NPC that is in an inn or any building, and it's an NPC that can give you a quest, and we need to create a quest. So in these 2 steps, there is like 20 new things that need to be created. So let's go for the notes. Where do I have them? Here, let's make a new one. Text file. Call it in and quest. In quest. And in a quest, that is right. Open building menu. That's what we have now. That's what we have spent an hour and a half doing. Now, it needs to have station, panel of NPCs in it. Now we need NPC. NPCs need to have name, they need to have portrait, they need to have options. So we need some sort of that will know which NPC has what dialogues and how it will be displaying them, and how, like, what do they say? And this means like display name of dialogue line, chain of so for example, if you click on I want to hear more about rats, it could be like, hey, now you get a quest or like something. There needs to be something that tells if it, and that goes into here, quest. It needs to have name, objective, requisite, or other name, requisite, objectives, and, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, So this whole thing is going to be like a month of work. For sure. For sure. And we're not looking like at a complex thing like Baldur's Gate or something. It's just the bare minimum. But we're making an RPG. So interaction with the world is part of it. There's another fucking thing, right? In our level, we have buildings around here. But these are for navigation. And I have made a building that has like the interaction part. That's what we're clicking on. But I'm starting to think that I'll be a little cheeky. And I might do the like same as we have enemies, players, and objects and whatever. I was thinking about doing it with buildings, where I would define kind of the doorway, and then it would have like the NPCs as part of this structure. It would mean that it is independent. No, that'll screw me over, because then when I would be changing the level layout, it would be also shifting around with the doors, or like they would be staying on the same spot. But I'll probably do it similar to everything else. I will make a building ID, and the building ID will contain IDs of the NPCs that is supposed to be displaying. Yeah, that might work. So my thought, and I apologize if I will just blind you right now. Oh fuck! Oh no! Oh oof! So bright. My apologies. Let's make it a little darker. So we all have a building and has some interaction. And we say that here, this thing has ID of 5. Then we have a list of buildings. One, two, three, four, whatever, 5. And each of them has a list of NPCs that are there. That are also like 1, 5, 25, let's say. And when you initialize the building, you say, okay, your ID 5 and ID 5, 1 to 5 has an NPC of ID 8. So then you have a list of NPCs, and it says, okay, I have one NPC to add. So you'll have building, a node, and it will add, when it initializes with this ID on the ready, it will add one NPC, and that NPC will be of ID 8. So it'll create nodes. And that should be able to spawn them. So it should be on the client and the server too. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. That looks and sounds reasonable, and we'll be able to have this also data driven. So in theory, if you were like in the future, if you decided to mess around with it and you wanted like, hey, I want as a player play without shops, you could just remove all of the NPC IDs from the buildings that tie to shops, and have that. But we will get there. So for now, I think this might be the way. So this also means you'll probably want to do building data and NPC data. So add shell node, let's call this NPC data and we'll also be doing this, so we'll have the portraits of the NPCs, but you know, well, that's coming. No, I didn't want the new scene. I don't want to do this. I think this can be also closed for now. We'll attach a script. To scripts. And same as these. We'll just do. I know it exists, I know. So we know about it. And also in scripts. Okay. Very nice. We'll basically be storing. We'll be using this to read from our CSV, and we'll be putting that where we need to. Should we do it right now? What do we need? Oh, that'll be a complex. That'll be a one hell of a CSV if you do that. Like the whole. Dialogue line, dialogue options, and everything. Where do we even start? We probably should make an NPC. Hey, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you. Yeah. Hopefully your day will be much calmer. Much, much calmer. Okay. Let's do it like that. I think like that. Did I lose my source files? Hello? Oh no, he just doesn't know them. At least it seems to be the case. I'm just going to make a quick NPC portrait. By changing a few things. What happened here? Uh-huh. Yeah, this makes more sense. This should do. NPC party puzzle placeholder. Cool. Cool. Like that. Right. I don't want you. I'm safe. think it'll be like... I'll do it like that. Because we have a level up button. Also, I need to check something with someone. There we go. Right, so we have now an NPC. Now we need to make a building have NPCs. And this is the tricky part. Because what I'm thinking is to have the NPCs be spawned as nodes into the houses. They could be put in there by default, which is maybe the thing I will do for now. But that will also mean that every building has to be no, that doesn't make sense. I'm thinking that the functionality should be separate from the building itself, and then you assign the interaction sort of onto the building when you are building the level, and you set where the door is. So currently, it's like this. So we have the interaction, which is the door and all that, and it is part of the it doesn't need a synchronizer, I think, and it's part of the building itself. I think this should be its own thing that we then assign. So let's do it like that and see what happens. So This is scene, and this is the house interaction. Let me check this out on its own. It's a glider and sprite. Because our buildings didn't have doorway, so it made more sense. But now we will remove it from here. Which will take away all the doorways from the doors, from the buildings. Yes. But we should be able to go here. Let's say building 3, okay. And we should be able to initialize the what the fuck? I see, okay. It was like interaction, right? How's interaction? And then we do I just place it somewhere. In theory, we should be able to place it anywhere and even just disable its visual. So we'll take this one. We'll put it here. Oh, wrong. Will it allow me to scale it? Hopefully, without breaking the... Yeah, it's broken. So we'll need to make a universal sized door. That is fine. That is fine. We'll figure it out. It does have a rather big collision, so... Alright, we can't actually remove that visual on an individual basis. Or can we? No, we can't. Oh, we can. Yes. Yes, exactly. So with some tweaking we can do this. We can do this. I'll just keep it here so it's like visible that we have it here. And now the house interaction itself can have NPCs. Or NPC list. And into that one we will, for now, instantiate an NPC. And what's with the shadows? What's wrong? Where do you see shadows? Oh boy, this will this will get spicy very fast. I don't need you, and I need you. I need you. Because now we need to start connecting things, and they are just messed up all around. So the player clicks a building. So we know that. And it should be sending the NPCs that are in the building, so that the menu can display them. Does it like that? And it's target. Right. And here we what did I do? Okay. Just to be sure, debug. We'll see what it sends. Interaction. Yes. Yes. And here we do. What do we do? More like already were. Oh, this will be pain. Because we do need to... There needs to be a lot of things happening at once. This is how it happens when you go in without a good enough plan. Shit. I need to make a panel with the NPCs in it so that I can actually hook this up and display it when the menu opens. And I'll need to change which portraits are visible or not. And I need to find out if I have a limited amount of NPC slots or not. So many things, holy crap. Good morning, good morning. How are you, friend? Scrapyard, what are you throwing out? I mean, everything's going to be super expensive, you should hold on it. Even like 4 gigabytes RAM will be soon pure gold. Oh no, oh no. Make healthy snacks. Right. That makes sense. So, okay. This level up can get hidden for now. I'll figure it out later. The exit button. Let's make it a little bit different. No. Right, it does move with it. That doesn't move either. I couldn't move it. Like. This and. Like. What were you troubleshooting? I see. This should be a background, and it can go under everything. Whoop. What just happened? Certainly not. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm not going to mess with that. I am not. What the fuck? That does sound like pain. Did that solution work? Handles task scheduler isn't run as the user account and some what? No wonder you were silent. That sounds like troubleshooting pain. Okay, let's not get too ahead of ourselves. And let's try it out. Okay, yeah, sure. Cool. It doesn't break too bad. Oh dear. Like, it's not happy, but it is surviving. Run once normally. Configs look correctly. I see. I see. That is some proper hacking right there. I mean, if it works, then it works. mean, this should work too. More or less. Oh, this gets a little more complicated either. Because in the final stage, you will want to have NPCs that are in a list, and you click on them, you get their options, and then you go back and you can click another one. Mm-hmm. A little bit familiar to some old, yes. Black Shroud. Serenity, I believe, is the track's name. Yes, it is. Same for me actually. Well, kind of. Yeah, sure. We have been here before. Yeah, I'll need to do more to the level up because you don't see your level going up or down. But yeah, that will be there. Oof, that'll be spicy because that might need a different functionality too. Uh, hmm. Oh shit. Yeah, this is going to be more complicated than I thought. Oh crap. I'll basically need to dynamically add a signal when I build these things up. Huh. Speaking of the first steps, I actually started first time in Uda. And I think that was one of the reasons why I quit the game right then and there. Because the city was just a mess and the UI was well, that was the very first time. It was like during Stormblood. Yeah, I bounced off the game so hard. I think if I started in Gridania, I might have stayed. Baby. Yeah, I did start in Endwalker. That is a long time ago. Okay then. So we have some very basic prototype of building. Now to figure out how to do the dialogue system. Built ourselves, you mean character creation? Oh. Probably never. Most likely never. Look, it took me over an hour. It took me over an hour to get a menu opening working correctly. Can you imagine how much more time it will take to make anything remotely close to building? Besides, it's a different genre. I'm not making a survival game. I love them. I love playing them. But no. We are doing the housing right now. Farming system. Hey, what's happening? Why is it taking so long to load up? You can farm monsters. guys, I'm not making a survival game. Crafting, maybe someday, in some capacity. I'm not making an MMO. It's a co-op. Look, listen. If we go by the inspiration of the old games, there was a crafting which consisted of you picking a piece of ore, bringing it to an NPC, and getting a random item for it. That was the crafting there. Uh-huh. And you mine and craft there, no? Uh-huh. Sounds good. Though it has been done before. It's called Dwarf Fortress. Oh my god. I'm just trying to figure out what I'll need to do next. Because what needs to happen is you have a building and it has some list of NPCs. You click on it and then it will generate this kind of thing for every NPC that is in there. Then it allows you to click on them to get this view. And here, then you do, if you click this, it will put the dialogue that is relevant for that NPC. And then it allows you to have others that will change the view here. Turn it into the shop, or if you click it, it does something like train you up, add a skill or something. So this whole system needs to be done at some point. And these things needs to be stored in the NPC itself somehow. Well, that'll be fun. We have roughly about 15 more minutes of the stream. Is there anything that you're interested in? Something that I could answer? Something that we can take a look before I start wrapping up? We have not done much. That is a bit unfortunate, but it has been a while since I have touched the code. Well, we did add buildings, you know, that Kyla made. They're pretty... I know. Then there is the whole question of quest switches. Ooh. That's okay, that's okay. You do have. I am listening. I'm always listening. Oh. The details. I keep forgetting, I'm sorry. I will try to get them to you as soon as I can. You need to put a knife to my throat and be like, when? And I'll tell you soon. You should. You should. It's really nice watching you work, I think. Personally. Sometimes I don't understand what you're doing, but you know, I'll learn a little bit. No, that shouldn't be the button doing this. Something else needs to detect you're looking at a trainer. That might have been a bad idea. That might have been a bad idea. Oh, page script. And let's remove it from the scripts. Oh. Yeah, I'll need to think about how I'm going to do the NPCs, how the system will work. And that is not the most exciting thing to do on stream, just sit here stare into the code silently, trying to process the 100 possible combinations. So yeah, I think that I'll leave that for another time when I'm just able to sit down, think about it. Because we need to do a lot. We need to, basically when you open it, the buttons will be generated. Because this player UI needs to be made more dynamic. I can't really afford it being, static and then opening it up and hiding. I mean, technically I could. I don't know if it's a good idea though. And basically when you open it, it will just check the ID of the NPC and hide or unhide these functional buttons. Yeah. This is a question for future me. Right then. I don't think I'll be able to do much more now. So I think we will be slowly wrapping things up. It has been a pleasure having you all here. I have no one to raid, so I am going to disappear. I hope to see you all another time. You know a friend, but you don't know them. I mean, maybe after I get to know them. Let's see. You think we should go there? Okay. Let us meet some new people. Okay then. Let us visit Luna's friend then. It has been a pleasure. And I will see you all, well, another time. Bye.